Speak to you about pragmatics in short, detailed summary. Uh, Let me illustrate for you pragmatics. Pragmatics, an epitome of the subject. Definition. Pragmatics is the branch of linguistics that studies how people create and interpret meaning in context. Unlike semantics, which examines the literal meaning of words and sentences, pragmatics explore how speakers and listeners use shared knowledge, intentions, social relationship, and situational context to understand what is truly meant. For example, when someone says it's cold in here, they may simply be stating a fact, or they may be indirectly requesting that someone close to the window. Pragmatics explains how listeners infer the intended meaning. So, uh, the historical background is that pragmatics emerged during the 20th century through the work of philosophers and linguists, including Charles Morris introduced pragmatics as part of semiotics, J. L. Austin speech act theory, John Searle classification of speech acts, H. P. Griss cooperative principle, Geoffrey Leach politeness principle, Stephen Levinson modern pragmatic theory, Dan Sperber and Deirdre Wilson relevance theory. Their work shifted linguistic study from words alone communicate in real life situations. Core principles. Pragmatic studies speak in speaker intention, listener interpretation, contextual meaning, social interaction, cultural inference, shared knowledge, implied meaning, conversational behavior. So, the context determines meaning. Major form include the context. Um, the context determines meaning. Major form include physical context, the location and environment where communication occurs. Linguistics context, the surrounding words and sentences. Social context, the relationship between participants. Cultural context, beliefs, traditions, and customs affecting interpretation. Cognitive context, the knowledge shared between speaker and listener. Speech act theory, developed by Austin and expounded by Searle. Every utterance performs an action. Main speech act include assertions, requests, questions, commands, promises, apologies, congratulations, warnings, invitations, and refusals. Speech act contain locutionary act what is said, locutionary act what is intended, pre-locutionary act its effect on the listener. Deixis. Deixis refers to expression whose meaning depend on context. Types include person deixis, I, you, they, place deixis, here, there, time deixis, today, yesterday, social deixis, titles and honorifics, discourse deixis, their chapter, the previous section. Presupposition. Presupposition or assumption a speaker expects the listener to accept. Example, John stopped smoking. Presupposes that John once smoked. Types include existential, factive, lexical, structural, counterfactual, and non-factive. Implicature refers to the meaning implied rather than directly stated. Example, some students passed often implies that not all students passed. Types conversational implicature and conventional implicature. Um, then Greece cooperative principle, quantity, quality, relation, and manner. Politeness theory, positive politeness, negative politeness, indirectness, formal language, respectful address, apologies, and gratitude. Relevance theory, developed by Stafford and Wilson, people naturally search for the most relevant interpretation while explaining the least mental effort. Communication depends upon balancing information gain, cognitive effort required. Then we have the conversational analysis, the turn taking, the interruptions, the repair, the topic changes, the silence, the back channel responses, who I see. Reference concerns how speakers identify people, places, or things. Example: define reference, indefinite reference, definite reference, indefinite reference, anaphora referring back, cataphora referring forward. 13. Inference, prior knowledge, context, experience, culture, expectation, logical meaning. Pragmatic competence, choosing suitable expressions, understanding indirect language, recognizing humor and irony, following conversational norms, respecting cultural expectations. And finally, cross cultural pragmatics. Different cultures communicate differently regarding greetings, requests, refusals, apologies, compliments, level of directness, formality, silence, eye contact, personal space. Awareness of these differences help avoid misunderstanding in intercultural communication. Happy learning and enjoy. I see you over. Hope you find